Good evening. My name is Melissa Mims, and I'm the Public Relations Director of Rockdale County. Today we will be hosting a press conference so that you can get the details as far as what's going on in Rockdale County. Today we have with us our Fire Chief, Marion McDaniel, our EMA Director, Sharon Webb, and our EPA Advisor, Brian Vassar. In addition, we have the Mayor of Rockdale County, Chairman Oz Nesbitt. We have the Chairman of Rockdale County. We have the Mayor of the City of Conyers, Vince Evans. We have representatives here from the Sheriff's Office and the City Manager. At this time, we will hear from our Fire Chief.
Good afternoon. My name is Marion McDaniel, and I am the Fire Chief of Rockdale County Fire Rescue. At approximately 5:19 yesterday morning, Rockdale County Fire Rescue Engine 7 responded to 1700 Covington Highway on an alarm bell ringing. Upon arrival, they observed a fire on the roof area, which had activated the system, the sprinkler system. Stored in that building is a water reactive chemical, which brings us to the major incident we have been facing for the past 2 days. Once the water made contact with that chemical, we have the plume that you've seen for the past 2 days. There was a fire. The fire was brought under containment around 10:30. After the fire was contained, the water was secure. We started to remove the product from the facility, at which time there was a rekindle of the fire. That occurred approximately 12:30 yesterday afternoon. Took us about 3.5, 4 hours to get that fire under control, and after which point in time, we started trying to remove the debris. During the course of the fire, the roof collapsed, several of the interior walls collapsed, which caused another problem for us. However, as we come into the day, I want to reiterate there have been reports of a fire. There has not been an active fire at the site since yesterday when it was contained at 4 o'clock. However, today what we have been doing is the debris so we can get to the product. The hot zone of the area, the primary area, is the far end of the all walls, all areas around that have been knocked down, and we're working through getting to the product so we can secure it, store it. I would like to add that yesterday in the process, we did start offloading some of the product. The product has been stored in the shack property and away from harm. So that is where we are. We're still mitigating through it. There's no fire. We're working through the debris. And then once we get all the debris out the way, we can offload the product.
Good evening. I'm Sharon Webb, Director of EMA for Rockdale County. In reference to what Chief McDaniel said, for EMA, we have been monitoring the situation, and as of yesterday, with the air products that were being released, it was in the best interest for the citizens that we put a mandatory evacuation within the vicinity of Old Town Conyers, as well as a shelter in place for the north side of the county. As the day progressed and the plume started to get bigger, it was advised that we needed to put a shelter in place for the entire Rockdale County, which went into effect about midnight last night. Throughout the night, we monitored the situation, and during that time, I-20 had been closed, as well as numerous county roads within the Rockdale County. As of this morning, about 7 o'clock, I-20 was open, and SO started working to eliminate some of the road closures that we had throughout the county. Throughout the day, we have been monitoring the situation, getting reports from EPD, and as of now, we have been working with EPD for all air quality for what we need for Rockdale County. And I want to bring up Brian Vassar now to report.
Good afternoon. I'm Brian Vassar. I'm an on-scene coordinator with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Yesterday morning, EPA was notified of the fire at the facility here. And EPA was requested to respond to support local and state resources, primarily with air monitoring. So EPA mobilized in resources to conduct air monitoring in kind of the immediate area of the facility. Then kind of 3-tiered air monitoring. We're doing air monitoring on site to protect personnel. We're doing air monitoring in the current evacuation zone, and then we've extended air monitoring beyond the evacuation zone to determine if it's appropriate, if the current evacuation zone or shelter in places are appropriate. We've been working with the county to provide data. We expect to have a report later today that will summarize the past 12 hours worth of data for the county to be able to review and make a determination on shelter in place or evacuation movement. Yeah, so the first 12 hours worth of data that we had, because I've been able to review that. During that time, We didn't see any concentrations of chemicals of concern. The primary chemicals that we chlorine and hydrochloric acid. We didn't see concentrations of those chemicals in the air that would exceed an action level for us, or that would advise, or that would seem unsafe to the public.
And so with that, we will be monitoring the situation at the EPA and giving a follow-up in the next coming times, probably 3 hours from now, we'll give another update.
So just, can I just clarify, so the shelter in place and the evacuation orders are still active?
Those are still in effect, yeah.
That smoke is going to be controlled? Is there like a timeline of controlling that? I think that's where the misconception is, that people still think that there's a fire, but there's not.
Well, there's white smoke,
Yeah.
so that's cool. Once we can get that stored securely, that's a specific timeline, then no, it's just going to be time. But we are working through it. Once we can get it secure, things will start to look better for us. Are doing.
Remaining walls that are standing?
So there's a company on site doing that. We are there just to monitor to make sure that there is no rekindle or anything that requires our action. But there is a company that's actually moving the heavy equipment and doing all of the cleanup.
But there's not going to be any part of the building standing when this is all?
I would imagine not.